We are live now on YouTube, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Murli.
And then we will encourage the students to turn on their webcam and the mic whenever they wanted to ask their questions, sir, so that we can see their face also. If they are willing to turn on the camera, let them turn on the camera, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you very much, Murli.
Welcome, sir.
Right. So thank you, Murli, and I welcome all the students, all our participants to this live session. And as you, it may not be difficult for you to recognize me. I'm Shalabh, and then I will try to address, and then I will try to just give you here all the I will try to reply your questions over here, and then I will try to address your question, whatever you want to ask, and I hope I can answer it. If not, then I will try to think and then let you know. So you should first let me just give you the background that why this course and why should you do it. What is the basic idea? You see, nowadays the time is for statistics and data science. Means earlier it was only statistics, but now this statistics has become data science. So in statistics, we always try to develop the tools. But now and then up to say 15 years back or 10 years back, the main objective was that once you have developed a tool, how to compute it, how to get the values or statistical values on the basis of data by using software or something like this. But now in the last 10 to 12 years, this statistics is now converted into data science. And when you try to go into data science, this cannot be done without statistics. But statistics alone cannot help. You have to learn how to do the computations in an automated way. And it's not only computation. After that, you have to give the proper interpretation, but then it becomes the next step. So at this moment, my objective was very simple, that when you are getting the data, then you should be able to compute the statistical quantities using some software which is always available to you. For example, I purchased a software, I will not tell you the name, but after a couple of years, that software stopped working. And when I contacted the company, they said, now we have stopped support for this version. If you want, you can buy a new one. And that was a pretty expensive software. Now I was simply helpless. What to do? I cannot afford to spend that much once again. Well, that's the business of the company, so they will always be doing it, and I'm not against it. But at least I cannot support it, and it doesn't help me. Number one. Number two, whenever you are trying to develop the tools for the data science, my experience of working with different people in government and non-government organization is that they are insisting that we should not use a tool for which they have to pay additionally. They would not like to use any software for which they have to pay additionally after we have delivered the product to them. So now, given all these things, this idea came to my mind that why not to use this R software, which is a completely free software, and at least I can try to make you learn the basic fundamentals and basic elementary thing. Well, I'm not saying that what I have covered in this course that is more than enough to learn the data science, but definitely the topics which I have covered here, without them, you cannot learn the data science, that is assured. These are the basic ingredients of those courses which you have learned. So my objective was very simple. I want to motivate you. I want to initiate a thought process inside you. And as I said in the beginning, that I wanted to take out the fear of learning the R software for doing statistical analysis and using the basic statistical tool from your hearts. So that was my objective, and keeping these points in mind, I developed this course. Right. So now I will try to address some of the questions, and then I will try to take all your question, whatever you want to ask. And please feel free to stop me at any time. It's not that you cannot answer me in between. So one very common question comes out here, that there is another language which is Python. So many people ask me, which is better, R or Python? Actually, there is no answer to this question. These are two different programming languages, and both are good. Of them have their own capabilities, right? Means if you ask me personally, if I am doing a statistical thing more, and if I am more interested in a statistical computation, possibly the statistics community is trying to develop the packages in our software. So it might be easier for you to find a package for doing the statistical computation or any advanced analysis in R more easy. Right. Python is usually good when you are dealing with the large data sets and possibly. So, and then it means now I will say that it is very difficult for me to compare that which is better. So instead of going into this discussion, I advise all my students to learn both of them. You see, learning a software, learning a language is a matter of only a couple of weeks. In my opinion, it doesn't take more than 2 weeks to learn any language, right? If you devote some reasonable time every day on that software or that language. So if you just spend 2 weeks of time and try to learn Python also, and then you will be in a much better position that for a given situation, which one will give you a better outcome, R or Python. And then this confusion will also be away. I have seen sometimes in some online reports also, they try to compare this and that. But honestly speaking, as a teacher and getting you all as my students who are going to believe on me, I will say simply, don't, instead of going into this type of fight or discussion at this age when you are trying to learn the software, just spend 2 or 3 weeks more and try to make yourself expert in Python also. And then try to use both of them. And definitely that much I can promise you, that if you learn both R and Python, your CV will become far much better, and your employability and the sellability of your CV will also become much more than in comparison to one software or one language. So that is my simple advice to you all. Number one. Number two. Sometimes I think many people have asked in the forum also that during the exam whether there will be R software or not. So at this moment, the way we are trying to conduct the examinations in a computer-based test mode, the type of support software which is used to conduct the examination does not support R software. So as of now, this R software is not available, will not be available during the examination. But that is my promise, that the questions will be in such a way where you can answer them very easily without using the R software if you have a basic understanding of the basic fundamental concepts. So for the availability of, or I will say the non-availability of the R software in the examination will not hamper your performance, will not create even a single % interest in getting the best grade. So that's my promise to you. And yeah, there will be different types of questions, and all of them will be of multiple choice and questions. So that is means about the examination. Sometimes some people ask that they had forgotten to submit for the exam, or they have not forgotten this. So you see, in those cases, we cannot help you. Means I can share with you as an instructor of this course My job is simply related to give these videos and answer your queries, conduct this live session, etc. The administrative part is controlled by the IIT Madras, where the NPTEL office is located. But surely they also cannot alter these dates, etc. Because cases going all over the country, and yeah, if you forget a date, means then nobody can help you. So better option is that instead of requesting for a change of date, etc., we need to improve ourselves so that these things doesn't happen. Right. There can be some confusion that during the in the last 2 years because of COVID, yes, the NPTEL office had to change the dates many times. They had to accommodate many students, etc., etc. But that was a very extraordinary time. Nobody had seen that type of time or that type of trouble in their lives. So we would not like to have that time again. We would not like to have this COVID time again. And so that is why you also don't expect that these dates are going to be changed at any time. So, and we would not like to have any trouble in the countries for that these dates are changed. So I would request you, yeah, means it is nearly impossible to change the dates if you have missed it. And these things are automated. So it is very difficult to disturb the live server. Many things may get disturbed. So that is the first. That is another thing which was a very common questions. And yeah, sometimes some questions were like that. Okay, how this software is going to help in their further career, or how this course is going to help them in their further career. So my objective is very simple. Before doing this course, you had not knew even that how to conduct the basic analysis. Now I have given you this idea through this course that how you can do the basic analysis. Now you have to culture it. You have to develop it. And it depends now on you that how much you want to develop it and how much you want to take it forward. In these 20 hours, I have tried my best to give you the basic fundamentals and to take out the fear from your heart. Now, you learn how to fly. Now, then how much you want to fly, that is your wish. But that much I can promise you that after doing this course, you will not feel much troubles in learning the new thing. There can be only a couple of things that, okay, I wanted to, that you have to put a comma or a colon here and you have missed it. So that is trying to create an error message for you. But you know that how to find out the package, how to use the package, how to do the basic fundamental things, how to interpret them. So I expect that this course is going to lay the foundation for your further progress in the life if you want to begin your career in statistics or data science. Right. So now first let me try to take some question which people have given in the Google Sheet, and then I will try to come on other part. Okay, so the first question here is try to see here. What is the difference between R programming and Python, and which is better? So I already have addressed this your question. So there is another question in the week 5 quiz. In the quiz, there was a question number 2 to find arithmetic deviation around arithmetic mean. But there was no explanation of this type of question. Can you explain to do this type of question? Okay, yeah, it is very simple. Means if I try to take here a very simple example, suppose I can give you here a explanation here. Now you see, when you are trying to find any deviation, for example, if I say here, any deviation, as I explained you, will be like this much. Summation I goes from here 1 to n. and say something will be here, xi minus here, some say here a. Now, you can choose here this a to be the here the arithmetic mean, which should be your here 1 upon n summation n. Say this here xi. You can take it here x to be here median of this x1, x2, xn. You can take here mode of this x1, x2, xn. So this is what we mean that I'm trying to measure this deviation around this value a. So now the question there is that you have to find that either that is a simple deviation or I squared deviation or a absolute deviation, whatever you want. So the question is saying that you simply have to use the a there as a arithmetic. So in order to do it means you can write one line statement. Also, for example, if you ask me to write this thing, I can show you here that if you ask me to write down here 1 upon n summation here, say xi minus say absolute deviation, suppose if I want to write, and if you want to write me about this here mean, arithmetic mean. So I can suppose I try to enter all my data into a data vector here x. So I can write down here simply here sum of here, and the R command will be sum of here x minus mean of x and divided by the length of x. Right, or second option will be simply here mean of, and yeah, I mean this is here absolute, so I have to write down here absolute also. So absolute here and then here absolute. Right, and if you want to find out here mean of this, then I can also write here absolute x minus mean of x. And if I ask you that, okay, you have to find it around median, then you simply have to replace this mean of x by median of x. Right, so that was the question about which I had said. And then, yeah, means I believe that as I said, that I cannot teach you here everything, but I'm just trying to make you comfortable and confident so that you can attempt all the problems in your future career, which you want to do here. Right, so now let me come to the third question. I want to know about the exam that will be held on 30th. Is MCQ type or subjective, and how much marks needed to pass the examination? And this is asked by Prajwal. Prajwal, as I already discussed, that the examination is going to be of multiple type, number one. And for your second part, which is more interesting to answer, that how much marks needed to pass in the examination. My answer will be not to you, not to this question, but as a basic philosophy in life. We always want the best in the life. Right. So instead of asking that what is minimum needed to survive, I will say, if something is available, why should not I try to get the most? Because when I say I want to get the most, that means I have to then work hard. Nothing comes free in this world. So if suppose if the total examination is out of 100 marks, then what really stops me in getting the 100 marks? This is possible then when I'm not working hard, I'm not working honestly, I'm not studying, etc., etc. So once you are in the course, then why to compromise? Why not to achieve or at least target for 100 out of 100? And I personally believe that this should be your philosophy of life towards your whole career, whole life. This examination or this course will only help you in diagnosing whether you have this type of approach or not. as such, you will see there will be no question which is not covered in the course. There won't be any question which you cannot answer. There won't be any questions which is just beyond your capability. But surely I need to develop the question paper in such a way so that anybody who is working more should get more marks. And that I'm sure that all the participants will have the same philosophy. And the same thing happens to our physical class also. We expect that, okay, if somebody has got the higher marks, that means that person has worked harder. So I will say, instead of means going into this minimum marks, you should simply target that how to achieve 100 out of it. Right. Then there is last question from some ye online quiz kab tak shuru hoga. I don't think so. Means what do you really want to know, because means there are assignments here, etc., etc., and you have to submit it online. So there is nothing which is not there. So I don't know. Means what do you mean to us? If you want to ask me anything, you can just come to the this session and can ask. And but before I go to the YouTube, let me invite the questions from those who are present through Zoom session. It's like Devi Prasad, Payal, Drishti, Aditi, etc., and Kritika. Do you have any question to ask? And after that, I will go to the questions which are being asked in the YouTube. Morally, but you may have to help me, because as soon as I will open the YouTube, my voice will echo and people may not be able to read it.
Sure,
Or I can do one thing. Let me try.
Yes, sir. Right now, nobody has posted a question in YouTube, sir, but I will alert you, sir.
Sure, right. So yeah, miss, anybody, if you want to ask anything, if you have any doubts, question, anything. Okay, chaliye. So I think what we can do, if you have no question, I think since now you are in my course, so can you just give me what you liked and what you did not like, and what should I do to improve this course? Means each one of you. So can I request Mr. Devi Prasad?
Hi, Devi Prasad. Can you turn on your camera?
Yes, sir.
Participants, other participants, please turn on your camera.
Yeah, if each one of you can also tell me what did you liked in my this course, what you did not like, that is more important. And then what do you want, if you want this course to be improved? Anything, whatever you think. So Devi Prasad ji, do you have any comments?
Yes, sir. Actually, I was studying data science in my college, so I needed more R than Python, so I choose this course. It's very helpful for me to uh, do some assignment also in my college, as well as it's also, I think, useful for my career.
Right. So do you have any suggestion that how this course can be improved more?
Sir, as of now, I felt like it's good,
Okay,
the right
okay,
way.
okay.
So
Good. Thank you. So, Ayal, do you have any suggestions or like anything? Or say Krutika? Sorry, Irutika. Sorry. Yeah. That's the screen name I can read. Do you have any suggestion or anything? I think I don't think. Can you just see if there are any question on YouTube streaming? Otherwise, we can wind up this session.
No, sir.
No. Okay. So
Only
I think
in, YouTube. Huh? Only 2 are watching in YouTube, sir.
Yeah, but do they have any question? No.
So right now, nobody has posted anything, sir.
Right. So if you don't have any question, possibly I have done from my side. And anyway, I am always available through this portal also, where you can always ask your queries and we try to answer them as soon as possible. So, right. Thank you very much for attending this course and goodbye.
Thank you so much, sir. Participants, we are closing the session now. So shall I close the Zoom, sir?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir.